What we witnessed recently was an utter abomination. A collective surrender that screams for radical, immediate intervention in the playing staff. Our current midfield contingent lacks the most basic tenets of a successful Premier League engine room. Intensity and backbone. This is not about marginal improvements. It's about fundamentally overhauling the core to introduce players who understand the meaning of aggression, energy, and relentless running. The simple, unvarnished truth is, we need better players, and we need them now. The January window is rapidly approaching, and the central pivot is the single most critical area requiring reinforcement. Let's dive into the targets dominating the news cycle, evaluating who offers the necessary balance between control and chaos that a modern, winning team demands. The most recent, and arguably most compelling, transfer narrative revolves around Wolves' dynamic midfielder, JÖAO Gomes. Reports emanating from significant South American news outlets suggesting a hefty £43 million fee indicate that genuine high-level negotiations are underway, with a palpable sense of optimism for a deal completion before the turn of the year. This is the kind of energetic, leggy midfielder we are crying out for, someone who is aggressively mobile and possesses the stamina to dictate the tempo of a game, rather than being dragged along by it. He offers a much-needed antidote to the current, somewhat passive, disposition of our central players. However, the transfer landscape is rarely simple, and the voice of journalistic authority must be heeded. Esteemed reporter David Ornstein has introduced a crucial caveat, effectively pouring a dose of reality onto the fiery speculation. While he suggests that formal talks are currently not in progress, he leaves a fascinating door ajar. A January exit is explicitly on the table if Wolves continue to languish in the relegation mire. Foray. This shifts the power dynamics entirely. The transfer now hinges on the club's fortunes over the festive period. It raises the provocative question. If Gomes has a relegation release clause, could the club simply preempt that by paying a slight premium now to secure his services? January is traditionally a window of overpayment anyway, and acquiring a midfielder of his profile, someone who is undeniably an upgrade, even if not immediately world-class, would be a statement of intent. He is an injection of raw, aggressive chaos we desperately need to shake up the established control structure. Beyond Gomes, the established list of midfield candidates continues to evolve, as highlighted by further reporting from David Ornstein, confirming a deep level of club admiration for several Premier League-based talents. Elliot Anderson remains firmly on the radar, held in high regard by the club's recruitment team. When weighed against the other candidates in this specific category, Anderson is arguably the most complete and intriguing profile. His inclusion on the shortlist, alongside previous reporting from reliable sources, solidifies his position as a serious, prioritised target. Conversely, the club's appreciation for Carlos Baleba appears to have cooled slightly. His current seasonal form has reportedly caused a marginal dip in the club's high opinion of him. This is the nature of elite recruitment. Performance must be sustained, and a slight dip, whilst understandable, can also retard its position on a tightly managed list. Football is a ruthless, unforgiving business that prioritises current output. Adam Wharton, too, is a name that continues to garner positive attention from the recruitment department. These reports confirm that the club is diligently building a dossier of domestic talent, capable of providing both depth and genuine quality. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most exciting young profiles linked, Ouédraogo. This is a name that has been whispered around the corridors of the club before, and the links are resurfacing with significant fervour. While the reports from German sources should always be taken with a measured level of scepticism outside their immediate sphere, the profile itself is too compelling to ignore. Manchester United, along with perennial transfer rivals Chelsea, are reportedly actively scouting the 19-year-old RB Leipzig central midfielder. The youngster has been prolific, contributing 3 goals and 4 assists across 12 Bundesliga appearances, establishing himself as a foundational player at Leipzig. His contract status running until 2029, with no explicit release clause, makes any potential deal complex and costly. What truly elevates Ouédraogo into the elite conversation is his playing style. He is consistently billed as the German Paul Pogba. This comparison is based on his remarkable physical profile. At 6'3", he possesses the stature and strength to dominate senior opponents. More importantly, he marries this physical dominance with exceptional technical attributes. A great vision for incisive passing into the final third and brilliant close control that allows him to successfully take on opponents in high-pressure situations. The statistics speak volumes about his natural inclination toward the chaos element of midfield play. Data analysis places him in the top tier, the top 1%, for nearly all attacking metrics among midfielders. His output for shot-creating actions, progressive carries, successful take-ons, and touches in the attacking box is genuinely staggering for a player of his age. This firmly establishes him as a premium ball-carrying midfielder, someone who relentlessly drives through the lines. The flip side, and a valid area of concern, lies in the control metrics, his lower percentile rankings for passive actions like passing and progressive passes, alongside potential question marks over his defensive contributions. He is a creative forward force, a true agent of chaos, and while he could operate as a central midfielder, his numbers suggest he could also be highly effective in one of the number 10 roles. Crucially, any pursuit for this generational talent would likely be pushed to the summer, so the player is reportedly keen to avoid jeopardizing his chances of securing a spot in the German World Cup squad by moving clubs mid-season. A truly captivating and unexpected story has emerged concerning former Manchester United man, James Garner. Reports suggest the club is monitoring the situation of the Everton midfielder, whose contract is supposedly due to expire at the end of the current season. While the source credibility may be questionable, demanding more reliable verification, the contractual situation itself presents a genuine opportunity. And if he truly is available on a free transfer in the summer, Everton would be compelled to consider a cut price sale in January to avoid losing him for nothing. Garner's recent performance against us was exemplary. He possesses a profile that shares notable statistical similarities with our current number 6, Casemiro, particularly in areas like winning possession, successful tackles, and ball carrying. However, Garner introduces more forward passes than key passes, hinting at a more dynamic, front-foot style of play. Crucially, he is younger, quicker, and significantly more energetic, attributes the squad is currently lacking. While he may not be the optimal long-term solution, many would argue for Anderson over Garner as the primary target. He represents a highly plausible, potentially cheap, and available option for squad rotation and immediate depth in January. So, in January, he is a player of control, capable of stability and ball circulation. The urgency of the squad's deficiencies makes him a compelling, if unexciting, candidate for a short-term fix. We must, however, wait for a more authoritative source to confirm the contract situation before getting carried away. Finally, let's briefly address the ongoing speculation regarding the attacking talent of Semenyo. When asked directly, David Ornstein confirmed that while interest from Manchester United is ongoing, the club has not yet moved to activate any formal bid or discussions. This places us firmly in a competitive race against major rivals like Liverpool, Manchester City, and Tottenham. The lack of a clear player preference at this stage is a crucial detail. The club's current dip in league form and the potential risk of missing out on European football could easily swing the player's decision away from us. Football is proactive, and Ornstein's reporting confirms that the recruitment staff are already working on contingency targets should Semenyo choose a different path. The club must be prepared to act decisively. The underlying frustration, the constant inability to seize control of our Champions League destiny, is a symptom of a deeper malaise, a lack of elite talent and a chronic allergy to seizing key moments. The upcoming window cannot be another hesitant, reactionary affair. We require midfielders who bring aggression, energy, and a winner's mentality. Gomes, Ouédraogo, and Anderson represent the chaos and control needed to rebuild this spine. The time for calculated risks is over. The time for action is now. So ball.